Why did Jungkook choose to come alone and quietly meet Jimin at the military base? What compelled him not to involve staff, management, or any official personnel in such a sudden visit? When an unannounced visit occurs within an environment as strict as the military, major questions inevitably arise. What exactly is going on behind this meeting? Is this the beginning of an emotional crisis or a personal conflict yet to be revealed to the public? In a single day, speculation exploded. Social media was flooded with hashtags demanding clarification from the agency, while several international army accounts translated excerpts from South Korean media reports stating that Jungkook was seen entering the military area without escort, accompanied by only one liaison staff member, and then caught on camera hugging Jimin, who was crying uncontrollably at the training complex gate. This incident not only sparked an uproar but raised a major question. Is Jimin truly in a worrying condition? And why did Jungkook have to come directly by himself? Fans and entertainment industry observers in Seoul called this incident one of the most unusual events since BTS began their military service. In K-pop tradition, any form of visit between group members, especially in a military setting, is usually regulated by strict protocols. But this time, protocols seem to not apply. No statement from HYBE, no official documentation. Even Korean media, which typically trail every move of an idol, were left behind. Only one thing emerged: Jimin's tears and Jungkook's silence after the meeting. This incident marks a shift in the atmosphere usually presented to the public. BTS is known for maintaining a solid and professional image, but what happened this time seemed to unveil an emotional layer long kept hidden. Not just because Jimin cried, but because of Jungkook's presence, alone, discreet, and seemingly urgent. In the public narrative, such action cannot be considered ordinary. It suggests something urgent, something that disrupts their internal balance. From the perspective of Korean pop culture analysts, Jungkook's action can be seen as a personal intervention into Jimin's psychological state. In the military, soldiers under heavy emotional or mental pressure do not always open up to superiors. Thus, the presence of a close and trusted friend like Jungkook could very well be Jimin's last choice for support. On the other hand, another theory has emerged. Some suggest that it wasn't only Jimin under pressure, but Jungkook himself might be experiencing unrest that has not yet been disclosed. The visit, according to an anonymous source from an online military community forum, was carried out spontaneously. Jungkook reportedly requested special permission to see Jimin after receiving internal information regarding Jimin's drastically declining condition, both physically and emotionally. If this report is true, the next question becomes, why was this information not first relayed to the agency? This situation further fuels concern as the South Korean military has very high standards in maintaining the confidentiality and mental stability of its soldiers, especially those from the celebrity sector. When an idol like Jimin shows emotion publicly in a military environment, it may indicate pressure that can no longer be hidden. Visible tears in front of a camera are not just a personal matter, but a mirror of a deeper situation. Meanwhile, HYBE and military representatives remain silent. No press release. No clarification. Army is divided. Some try to think positively and label the meeting as a natural form of emotional solidarity between members. But others feel something is off, especially since some video clips circulating show Jimin looking extremely exhausted, even unable to stand long without physical support from Jungkook. This is no longer just a reunion between two friends. This is a signal that there is a crisis that must be addressed. Questions quickly spread among the global fan community. Why was the visit not announced beforehand? Why was it done privately without management staff? And most shockingly, has HYBE lost control of internal communication among the members during their military service? Several former K-pop agency staff now working as public management consultants state that in situations like this, personal visits are usually only allowed if there is indeed an emergency that cannot be delayed. If that's the case, then Jungkook's decision to go alone is a form of intervention driven by emotional urgency. He might face consequences for his actions, but he still chose to show up. This indicates that the situation involving Jimin is far from ordinary. Not only that, many have noted that this incident occurred not long after rumors surfaced that Jimin had been treated at a military medical facility due to acute stress and sleep disorders. Although no official confirmation exists, internal sources mention that some celebrity soldiers do receive closer monitoring for their mental conditions. If this information is true, then Jungkook's solo visit could be interpreted as a last effort to calm or even save the situation. From a military psychology perspective, peer intervention is highly influential in assisting soldiers under pressure. Emotional bonds as strong as those shared between Jimin and Jungkook allow a level of trust that cannot be offered by superiors or official counselors. Jungkook, known to have the strongest emotional connection with Jimin, might be the only one capable of restoring Jimin's emotional stability amid the tension. Now, global attention is not only focused on Jimin and his emotional state, but also on Jungkook's bold move, seen as unusual. He stepped out alone, crossed formal boundaries, and displayed the most human side of a global star: the courage to care, even when it means going against rigid formalities. Not many public figures would dare to do the same. One thing is certain: this emotional moment has opened many eyes that behind the spotlight and success, there is real pressure and loneliness. Jungkook, despite all risks, chose to be there. An army is now waiting, not just for an official statement, but for assurance that their idols are receiving the attention and care they deserve as human beings, not just public figures. However, amid the surge of emotion and overwhelming public reactions, one urgent question must be asked: did this event truly happen as reported, or is it merely a narrative construction shaped by social media and the drive for virality? We live in an era of instant information, where a single video clip, a tweet, or a TikTok upload can shape mass perception within minutes. But does that perception reflect reality? It should be noted that all the circulating information regarding Jungkook's visit to Jimin originates from visual snippets without official confirmation, accompanied by speculative narratives from anonymous accounts on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and several online platforms. Is it wise for us to believe it right away without thorough verification? Have we, as the public, become trapped in a story that is emotionally compelling but factually fragile? Is this a genuine display of emotional support between BTS members? Or is it part of a narrative used to generate waves of media attention? Are we witnessing the sincerity between two close friends? Or are we being presented with a story too perfect not to be questioned? Therefore, we encourage you, readers, fans, and observers, not only to engage emotionally, but also intellectually. Let's ask again: do what we see and feel truly align with what actually happened? Or is this a collective illusion crafted by the speed of media and the hunger for sensation? Truth in situations like this is not something to be swallowed whole. It must be traced, tested, and dissected through reflection and verification. Let's not become victims of narratives shaped by media expectations. Let us become an informed society, smart, critical, and not easily swayed by opinion. Thank you for reading and thinking. You don't have to believe right away, but you must have the courage to ask.